These are the coordinates the Conclave provided. Meanwhile, all scanners and Vox transmissions confirm that this hive is under attack by Chaos forces.
What is this place exactly, Thor?
Our place of remembrance and peaceful prayer.
Not that people.
We are steel. We are doomed. We are fighting for our world. And we know. Go! Fear! Inquisitor, whatever you wanted must wait. I'm quite busy, as you can see.
And here I was thinking that the Stormwatchers are spread so thin that they won't refuse the assistance of the Holy Orders.
We are spread thin because of the growing demands of the Holy Orders. And now, I received word that our gene seed repository is under attack.
Asking permission to join the battle, sir.
Permission granted. Welcome home, brother. Clean this bastion of filth while we move out to defend the repository.
You will not ignore me, Grandmaster. The Inquisition embodies the blessed will of the Emperor. Show more respect.
Don't dare question my devotion to the Imperium. I respect your rank, but we have no time for pleasantries. Feel free to join our brother in the glorious carnage.
We have located 3 separate groups of hostiles in the area. Show them no mercy. Inquisitor, couldn't you leave this affair to the Adeptus Astartes?
Between you and me, Captain, if it weren't for our meddling on that outpost, this hive might still be at peace. That's the least I can do.
If you are jumping straight into a planetary invasion, can I suggest that at least you call in some appropriate assistance again?
You must be referring to our friend, the noble Sir Ambrose Caradog.
The pilot of the Crimson Wanderer, indeed.
I like the idea. Contact the Good Knight and make the necessary arrangements for his transport.
you through this closed channel. Do you copy?
Finished down there?
No, this is just a lull. Anyway, you must be the Inquisitor who ventured into our ancient outpost. We really need to talk. Later, I suppose. We have incoming. Inquisitor who opened up the chest of secrets and terror.
Before you start pointing fingers, you must know that I know all about the poisons.
You don't know anything. You are ignorant of what it's like when your brothers are so overwhelmed with the fury and rage that they slowly succumb to madness and set against you.
I might have something against that.
First troop has been eliminated.
A good start, but our work is far from done here. Sir, you do need an agent in the Inquisition, so...
I'm only saying that ours is not a huge chapter, and most of our brothers are on covert assignments all over the sector.
Second troop of hostiles has been wiped out.
I'm ready to move against the last band.
also being pacified as we speak. However, I have reports of a full-scale invasion staged in the local void port, and we are tied up in Sector Zeta.
I could be of some assistance.
Honestly, any help would be most welcome, Inquisitor. I will send you the details. predicted, the Void Ripper scum has launched a global invasion. We have called in several Imperial Guard regiments from nearby planets to gain time until our brothers return. While we are securing the central towers, we need you to purge the entrance to the Void Port. They have dug among the ancient machines.
For the Emperor! At your command! Charge! I said charge! Charge, I say! Charge! Charge! For the Emperor! Ready to fight!
Loading.
The Emperor protects. The void ship transporting the Crimson Wanderer is now on orbit.
Tell Sir Caradog to prepare the blessed weapons of that glorious war machine. Loading.
Inquisitor, the analytical charts of the datasets show discrepancies in the signals of the local Vox stations. Deduction. The traitors have utilized these towers, and they are calling down orbital strikes.
We must destroy them as soon as possible.
Die, maggots, die!
Reloading.
Why did the Void Rippers come here?
To settle an old score. In their madness, they think we are the traitors. But you should ask your masters if you want to know more.
The Emperor is my owner, master. Never forget that, especially in the light of my recent discoveries on that outpost.
You are still questioning my devotion to the Imperium. I'd suggest you stop that, Inquisitor.
At your command.
Ready to fight! For the Emperor! Recoil! A man, Guardsman!
Reloading.
For the Emperor! Guardsman! For the Emperor! Take it like a man, Guardsman!
Report, Inquisitor. We can't let the void port fall.
This world must be very important for you. This is where you select the best warriors from the population, then mold them into storm watchers, right?
Correct. and they still don't know anything about our secrets. We thought this ignorance would protect them. We were wrong.
For the Emperor! God. Your command. For the Emperor!
Vox station disabled. Chances for incoming orbital strikes reduced significantly.
Ready to fight. Ready to fight! Ready to fight! Time, maggots, die! Ready to fight! Ready to fight! Now you will pay! Ready to fight! For the Take it back from there, bud! For the Emperor! Charge! My son!
We have secured the central towers, and you have cleaned the port. I'd call it adequate progress. However, the Void Rippers are closing the net around the hive.
In other words, they've mobilized an entire army against us.
We are moving out to face hordes upon hordes of traitors, demons, and heretical filth. What a glorious way to sacrifice our lives.
May I suggest another solution?
Are you mocking me, Inquisitor?
By no means, Grandmaster. I have a free blade knight at my service, and the Crimson Wanderer is ready to clear the path through the waves of these monstrosities.
operator of this blessed engine of destruction. Let the Omnissiah guide you through this confrontation. Be machine and man one as intended.
I can hardly wait. In destruction, we will be one.
Exloading the parameters of your assignment to the tactical cogitator. Your task is to eliminate the hostile presence in the target area.
I'm looking at the missive as we speak. As I see, I'll also have to reach the fort and deploy a teleport beacon for the Inquisitor at the gate. Understood.
Be warned. The fort is the epicenter of expanding warp anomalies. That must be the source of this Imperial incursion.
The Emperor is this? These idiots are throwing themselves at the Crimson Wanderer without thinking.
According to the Codex data modules, Khorne will prioritize the free flow of motive force. Self-preservation is irrelevant for its followers.
I deeply condemn this type of barbarism and mindless destruction in any contest of power. It makes my work easier, though. endless worlds. But even I find the intensity of this savagery shocking.
The foul entity called Khorne revels in mindless slaughter. Such waste of resources is a sin against the machine god on its own.
One more reason to cleanse this place. Let the weapons of the Crimson Wanderer consume these ruins with furious fire. Navigational cogitators are all over the chart. What's happening?
You have entered the zone tainted by the warp anomaly, located in the target area. All navigational instruments have a 98.7% chance of being affected by Empyrean disruption. Blasphemy! A blessed war machine tainted by the excrement of the Empyrean.
That must be Abraxas, the Rampager. I have heard tales about this demonic monstrosity.
Follow your primary function, Operator.
I will. These knights have abandoned the gifts bestowed upon them by the Omnisire. They must perish. Unworthy of the Crimson Wanderer. This traitor has given himself fully to darkness and corruption. Still, I wish there'd been another way. Cleared. Emperor be praised! I have also deployed the teleport beacon. Inquisitor, you are most welcome to join the battle. I will be guarding the gates while you do the Emperor's work in the fort.
Efforts of the Crimson Wanderer, the gate of the fort has been secured. I'm moving in.
We are approaching from the north, culling the wave of the unclean. I strongly advise that you wait for the storm watches before you enter.
Until that warp gate is tearing a hole into the fabric of reality, we don't have the luxury of delay.
Are you willing to bet, Inquisitor, that it will be us who will reach that damned gate first?
Should we make this skirmish even more interesting? So be it.
Burn! Burn!
According to the tactical calculations, factoring in the current vector of incoming hostiles, the probability of the Stormwatcher's contingent reaching the fort is 8.34%.
They're Space Marines, Tech Priest. They can make this work, believe me. How are you faring, Grandmaster?
We have lost some battle brothers in this living hell, but our march is unstoppable.
In this case, I would not bother you for that chances of success.
War is more than simple arithmetic, Inquisitor, but I don't blame you. Even our own Tech Marines tend to forget that.
Grandmaster, I have reached the wall. Preparing to close the tear down.
We are closing on the northern walls. Still, it seems that you have won our wager, Inquisitor. Impressive work. Your prowess could almost be worthy of a Stormwatcher.
Considering that you are still knee-deep in the dead outside, I don't know if that was a compliment or not.
Initiating teleport sequences. Meet us in the northern corner. Stormwatchers, spread out. Pacify the port. Kill each and every traitor you find. This area is mine. Go!
What was this all about?
That mockery of the Grand Master, the leader of the Void Rippers, is very close. We need to take care of that creature for good.
I see. You don't want your brothers to accidentally learn the secret of the Void Rippers.
You, of all servants of the Emperor, should know that truth is a blade that needs to be sheathed sometimes to serve you better. now. You are not even worthy of dying by my hands. I might leave your fate to the agent of the Imperium here. I see that there is only two of you. Unfortunate. The Blood God is expecting a duel. We must even the odds. I never thought that I'd see you manifesting something akin to honor. Your kind has never understood what it takes to be a real warrior. 2 against 2. This is how it shall be done.
Over then. The Void Ripper incursion has been thwarted. For now, at least.
This war has only just begun. You know, I'm not used to showering praise. But I want to thank you for everything you've done here.
You know, I'm not used to asking for anything. But now I'd like to ask you a favor.
An Inquisitor. Asking for a favor. Now I have seen everything.
I'm only trying to be polite. Brother Chaos Thorn has been a part of my retinue for a while now. He has proven himself a very useful asset. I wish to employ his services in the future.
Sergeant Thorn is a dedicated warrior and a very capable storm watcher. We could put his abilities to good use here, but I'm not in the position to refuse your request. Especially not after such a glorious day. So be it.
May the Emperor be with you, Grandmaster. We will meet again. I'm certain of that.
Inquisitor, Chaos Thorn reporting for duty. I have received my orders from the Grand Master, and I'm ready to fight by your side again.
It is an honor to have you back in my retinue, Sergeant. Just be more careful with those reckless acts of heroism in the future, all right?
Duly noted. It will not happen again.
Even if your own past comes back to haunt you.
The truth about the Void Rippers rattled me. I can't deny that. But it also gives me strength to defeat those traitors.
Your own superiors kept you in the darkness. Does this trouble you?
They had their reasons. The end justifies the means.
I approve of your attitude, Thorn. The Inquisition needs you.
The Conclave has sent you a message, Inquisitor.
We are satisfied with the results of this investigation, Inquisitor. You have successfully rectified the mishaps of the previous assignment on the outpost, and you have been relentless in your battle
battle against the Void Rippers. I fear, though, that from now on we must reckon with the Void Ripper presence in the sector. Still, you reminded those traitors that Imperial worlds are not their fields of carnage, and they had better crawl back to whatever hellhole they found for themselves in the Immaterium. I suppose I need not remind you that the
Inquisitor, Lord Klosterheim is heading toward an area marked as forbidden. It is cut off from the dominion of the machine spirit.
I'm on my way. I also need an explanation as to why anyone would tamper with the machine's spirit in such an irregular way.
Although the chances are infinitesimal, complex machinery may be vulnerable to the corruption of chaos. For some reason, Uther Tiberius wanted to reduce even that small chance to zero.
I want to know more about that. Keep me updated.
Inquisitor, I have analyzed the records of my communion. The administrator prayers in the digital marginalia indicate that Uther Tiberius fused an incorruptible soul with the machine.
But that isn't possible. Unless you sacrifice someone who profit deeds and became immune to corruption.
Agreed. Subject would be a former demon host.
Is that even permitted?
I could list 136 sects within the Adeptus Mechanicus, which would start a doctrinal purge based solely on such a notion. But my sect has always believed in digital martyrdom. I consider this machine spirit a miracle.
Now that you have access to the main core, I want you to find all records of demon hosts on the Martyr.
Inquisitor, I've just completed my diagnostic meditations and reviewed the data. We can safely rule out the infection as the cause of your hallucinations.
Then what is it?
My theory is that the visions might be residual memories leaking through a hasty mind scrub. They could have been triggered by certain phrases or events.
That's nonsense. Stop obsessing about my mental condition.
As you command, Inquisitor.
Inquisitor, as per your request, I have scoured the classified data looms on this deck. I think you ought to know that all research sanctums on this deck were assigned for demon host experiments for decades.
What? Uther Tiberius was creating demon hosts?
The sheer number of subjects implies that he was trying to create a whole army of them.
Uther Tiberius condemned a whole army to eternal suffering?
Note that the attached confession scrolls clearly prove that most subjects were volunteers. They wanted to be filled with unholy essence, then fight the taint and return, immune to the chaos.
But that is insane!
I cannot comment on that. Eventually, the survival rate was deemed too low, and the project was abandoned.
Decades of torture. Turned away from his own creations.
Inquisitor?
Looks like I'm closing in on Klosterheim. We may have an agenda that at least gets I'm in the research cloister, Tech Priest.
Incorrect. You are only approaching the gate of the research cloister, currently under quarantine.
By the Emperor, you must be the most pedantic specialist I've ever had in my retinue.
Comment filed away for later evaluation. Proceed to the gate, Inquisitor.
I found the remains of a dead tech priest.
I suspect he is the one responsible for overriding the local systems. Search the body for additional information, Inquisitor.
Sigma 7 Omega 3 5 Alpha.
Interesting. The machine spirit is trying to communicate with us again. That is the emergency code for the lockdown protocols. The research cloister has been quarantined. You might not be able to leave if you enter.
I should return to my ship then and make preparations before I enter that area.
the quarantine logs, Inquisitor. The research cloister has been sealed off on account of demonic infestation. You won't be able to leave the facility until it is secure.
Trust me, it will be secured soon.
Infestation in effect. Subject 872K has breached containment protocols. Area in lockdown.
Reloading.
Infestation in effect. Subject 872K has breached containment protocols. Area in lockdown. Infestation in effect. Subject 872K has breached containment protocols. Area in lockdown.
Remember anything, did you?
Something is coming back, but it's unclear. I underwent a mind scrub, but...
So, that is what you did eventually. You sacrificed yourself. But not in the way that I'd expected.
Who are you? Who am I?
You used to be my mentor. You were an Inquisitor in pursuit of the greatest secret of the Caligari sector. The research of Uther Tiberius.
I guess I didn't find it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be standing here.
You got close. And you got careless. You made questionable choices, and attracted the attention of first the Conclave, then the Grey Knights.
And There is no escaping from the secret protectors of the Imperium. Only death absolves, right?
So that was your plan. You sacrificed your former self.
And I have returned as someone else.
You told me to take on your mantle, and I obeyed. Through pain and fire, I hunted relentlessly for the Martyr. I did what you told me. I fought, investigated, made pacts and broke them when I had to. And when the warp spat out Uther's floating fortress monastery, I was ready to find it.
My path eventually led to the Martyr as well.
It cannot be a coincidence. Only the Emperor's will, because you found me now when I'm so very close to finding Uther's greatest secret.
We must talk about this, but first we purge this area. I'm ready for the sacrifice it takes, and should my plan succeed, we might meet again one day. Uther Tiberius wanted to create an army of former demon hosts. He sacrificed countless lives, sentenced them to damnation, only to make a handful of survivors immune to chaos. I think I know why the Martyr had to leave the Segmentum Pacificus. It's insane.
A whole army of loyal warriors immune to the warp, ready to conquer the Immaterium? Once you would have embraced the idea.
I'm not the same person anymore.
I pray to the Emperor you are. Time to purge the unclean, Inquisitor. Side by side, like we used to.
Presence detected. Lockdown deactivated.
Good work. Tell me, Klosterheim, did you miss all this?
I refuse to burden myself with redundant thoughts and emotions. but I admit, it was a satisfactory experience to fight that battle together. The research cloister is connected to Uther's inner sanctum. That is where Uther secreted away his most treasured research. Are you ready to enter?
I need to return to my retinue first and make the necessary preparations.
I'm not going to your ship. Trust me. Where would I go? I will meet you here when you return.
Loading. sanctum.
This is the genitorium that powers the various dissection chapels and the laboratoriums in the sanctum. But we are close. I need to know something, Inquisitor. How did you find Martyr? Were you looking for me?
I wasn't even aware of your existence, remember? I was sent here to investigate the source of the ancient Inquisitorial distress signal.
It must have been the will of the Emperor, then. I am aware of that signal. It was activated by the rebels during the inner strife against Tiberius. It only transmits from time to time. Strange bursts.
It's the sigil on the wall. It resembles a demonic mark fused with Xenos and Imperial...
Uther called them Empyrean seals. He studied forbidden summoning rites and the arcane machines of a lost civilization, and combined them with
Uther wanted to conceal the existence of his secret weapon, even from the minions of Chaos.
What are you talking about? We must fight fire with fire.
And I am not the same person and... Sacred filter.
Inquisitor. And yet you are the same. It is disturbing.
I used to be the one hunting for the Martyr, and now you have all the answers. That's disturbing.
If it's any consolation.
I have found some very old human remains here. They belonged to the crew of the Martyr.
When Uther's followers turned against him, the monastery was consumed by war. It crippled the ship eventually.
Discovered the truth about Uther's secret weapon.
I have only heard rumors. A real answer lies here. I know that it can save the Imperial man from the ties of chaos, and that with the Tiberius risked excommunication from the Inquisition to create this weapon. Combat skills have become even more praiseworthy.
We earned salvation after the annihilation of the Undead.
You might have changed, but your perspective on our eternal crusade said the inner sanctum is cut off from the rest of the ship, making it a black site. Even the machine spirit doesn't have eyes or ears there.
How do we get through the stasis field?
I've seen similar security systems on the ship. The status field must be deactivated using 2 different terminals in different places at the same time.
Tiberius was indeed quite protective of his secrets.
Proceed to the first cogitator. It must be close. I'll find the other one.
How are you faring, Klosterheim?
I've met some resistance. The Genitorium seems to be populated by a degenerate tribe.
I'm approaching the terminal that will deactivate the stasis field. Where are you?
I'm having some problems with the feral tribes, but I'm close.
I'm ready to deactivate the stasis field. Are you ready?
I'm under heavy fire, but I can access this terminal. Proceed.
The stasis field is down. Head back here.
I can't. The savages are bringing in some demonic reinforcements. I must retreat and find another way back. Proceed into the inner sanctum. I'll catch up with you.
Klosterheim, if you can hear me, I'm heading towards the inner sanctum. Meet me there. Thorn, I found the body of a word-bearer.
The filth of Logar. What are they doing on the Martyr?
There is just one, and he looks dead. I was wrong. He is alive. Another traitor Marine lies on the ground.
In the filth, where it belongs. I wish I could be fighting by your side.
According to the message I found, there were more of them, and they were trying to extricate data from 3 specific cogitators.
The word-bearers are seekers of terrible secrets. I'd advise you to find out what they were looking for on the Martyr.
Fight. Praise the Emperor.
You have truly become a consecrated weapon down there.
What was a Chaos Warband doing here all those years?
Those maggots are specks of dust compared to true Adeptus Astartes. But they possess the same unique organs as we do.
I see. They activated their Susan membranes to wait in hibernation until someone entered the area. Seals, they are broken. Considering these seals trap the essence of destroyed demons so they can't get back to the warp to reform, I don't like the information.
Inquisitor, you are approaching the coordinates of the first cogitator marked by the hostiles.
I will find out what they were looking for.
For the Emperor!
Tech Priest, inload the flagged pict recording from this cogitator. This woman might be the key to Uther's secret experiments.
In progress. Record is tagged as Alpha Trials and Pariah Research.
Is she a psychic blank? The antithesis of a psyker? Did Uther Tiberius test his secret weapon on someone without any presence in the warp?
Commencing analysis. Inquisitor, the analysis of the security logs is complete. Area closed down due to a hostile incursion 3.64 standard Imperial years ago. Intruders identified as word bearers.
Warman. Someone trapped on the ship.
Inquisitor, you are approaching the second cogitator. Picked recording inloaded and immediately categorized as extreme anomaly.
It is incredible. The soulless one absorbing psychic energy is normal, but she's deflecting the attacks. I have never seen anything like this.
Whatever she is, this would explain the interest of those traitorous maggots. It sounds like something the word bearers would want to have.
Inquisitor, you are approaching the third cogitator.
Tech Priest, I have no new records to send you, but I have discovered that even Uther's people found that strange test subject extremely disturbing.
Total absence of information in the accessible data looms on the Martyr. The existence of the subject has been erased from the archives.
Whatever this creature is, she must have been Uther's greatest secret. I must find out more.
I have analyzed the previous inloads. The binary illuminations in PIC recordings contain the encrypted coordinates where the subject was held during the tests.
Tell me.
Decryption complete. The location of the inner sanctum is at your disposal.
Perfect.